Welcome to HCEC-TV, Issues and Insights. I'm George Pennington, your occasional host. And today we're going to speak with a couple of distinguished gentlemen. But first, I want to congratulate Miss Anna Bray, who retires this afternoon, and we're taping Friday the 30th. So when you watch this Monday or whenever, go back and still email her and tell her congratulations. And she's spent 30 years-ish here, helping out, keeping everything going. So appreciate it, Miss Anna. Yes, today, Coach Kelly over there got the short straw, and they got me again. They didn't get some nice, cute analyst up here. They got an old guy, but I have Professor Mark Kelly and Professor Bill Betson, right? And if you would, gentlemen, before we get into our topic today, if you would give us a little bit of your background, and then we'll get into how you became involved in MOAA. I've heard his, so I'm going to start, if you don't mind, I'm going to start with yours. Give me a little bit of your background. Don't have to give ACT scores unless you just want to brag, and then we'll go into Professor Mark there. Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm a retired Army officer. I spent 29 years as an armor officer, retired out of the Pentagon. Then I moved here to Kentucky for a couple reasons. I had a job here, but mostly because I met my wife here in the Fort Knox Officers Club parking lot.
Okay.
So my wife of 45 years. Since I've been out of the Army, I worked as a consultant on Fort Knox, and then for a while for the Commanding General of Army ROTC, and I'm now retired. So I just do.
You think?
Yeah. And I've been involved in the Military Officers Association of America ever since I retired from the Army. And this year, I was the designated guy to be president.
Yes,
so
you are.
This
year
I'm president. I'm not nearly as important to the organization as Mark Kelly here is, but that's me. So I live up in Vine Grove.
Okay.
And I have a couple kids. Two of them live here, and one of them's in the Army.
Okay. So where's your undergrad?
I did my undergrad at West Point.
Okay.
And I did graduate work at Penn, and then an organization called the U.S. Army School of Advanced Military Studies.
Okay. Is that War College?
No, I'm a War College graduate also.
You are?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, I did all the Army stuff, Command and General Staff College, War College. SAMS, the Advanced Military Studies course, is a special select school that
Sure.
did that. So I did a lot of school stuff.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes. Professor Mark Kelly, if you will give us your background too.
Well, I'm a retired military officer. Also, I was an armor officer and had some other areas of concentration of maintenance and public affairs and transportation management. But tootled down from Western New York, I was a ROTC product from Niagara University, where I just recently had celebrated my 50th college reunion.
Wow.
Been married for 52 years and am actively spending my retirement money on my great-grandchildren.
There
now.
you go.
But been in and out of Fort Knox, retired at Fort Knox at the end of 1990.
Okay.
And moved out the gate. I got involved in MOA some years later. MOA used to be called the Retired Officers Association.
Okay.
But it is not. It's for all officers, all services now, and that's why it's the Military Officers Association of America. But in any case, when I was a government contractor for several years, and in 2015, after I had bought my last grandchild a car, I said to my wife, I says, I'm drawing Social Security. I don't need this third income. I says, I'm only spending it on our grandkids. They got their feet. They're on their own. So in any case, that just opened up more time so that she and I could concentrate on quality of life things, volunteering in the community.
Yep.
And I'm very thankful to be sitting here next to Bill, because when I asked him to be the president after I had been the president for 6 years, I thought I was going to have a little relief. Well, little did I know when I accepted being the treasurer that I
still got to run everything.
I get a call every other day for something to write a check. But that's depends on the level of activity.
Now, you two gentlemen have been involved in MOAA for several years now. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Ever since retirement, or just the last
20
10, 15
years, 20 or so.
Over 20 years for me.
Okay.
Me too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we work with all different types of other organizations like
Okay.
AUSA and
Yes.
the Military Officers of World War and things like that. So, but our purpose is to advocate for service members earn benefits.
Yes. Irrespective of rank.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, when we all came in the Army years ago, that wasn't that big an issue. There were Mendel Rivers and people like that used to hold Congress by the throat and make sure we got what we needed.
Gotcha.
But things are different.
Yeah.
So we have to advocate, and so we're politically active, but we're also very charitable. As you noticed from when we were here the last time, we talked about our scholarships.
The scholarship,
and
yes.
we executed an excellent scholarship program this year, and that was very successful. But in order to do that, you have to keep making a little bit of money.
As treasurer, you got to have some income coming in, don't you?
Got to have some
Yeah, you
money,
do.
because the board, has active ideas, and we have some designated charities as a 501c19
Okay.
that's focused on quality of life issues for military and then the surrounding area. So our biggest fundraiser is coming up here in a little over a month, and we hope to talk about that a little bit today.
Yes. So let's go ahead. Y'all are involved in many kind of charitable events, but let's go ahead and talk about the golf scramble. I don't know how much time we probably still have 20 minutes left, but let's go ahead and hit that and get everybody in on it.
Okay, we're calling it the 8th annual Ralph Reese Invitational. Many of you know Ralph Reese, who's a World War II veteran who was from this area. It is our biggest fundraising event. And one thing I ought to mention is, MOA has sort of two aspects. One is the national aspect,
Okay.
which is an organization that advocates for military families and military communities at the national level. There's about 380,000 members of MOA National. The local MOA chapter, which is what we are,
right.
All chapters in MOA are independent, but we
Okay.
operate under the MOA rubric. So we have an organization here. We have 84 members, which is pretty good size.
Yeah.
And we give out about just under $20,000. We'll give out next year. To a number of charities.
Oh wow.
They include, for instance, the Boy Scouts, Rees Across America, the Radcliffe Veterans Center,
Yes.
junior ROTC programs in the area, USA Cares. So we have a pretty substantial, and we're one of the more active charitable organizations in this area. And so we'll give away a lot. And scholarships, of course, is a big part of that.
Yes. So this is your major fundraiser of the year, you say?
It's our major fundraiser. We've had other fundraisers, but things like COVID and other, as a private organization working on Fort Knox, we, have to adhere to certain rules that to keep us legal, and we do that strictly and make sure that we do that. But this golf scramble, which we've been doing, we call it the Ralph Reese Scramble. We've been doing this for 44 years. But it's become a very popular event because of the fact it's very reasonable and it's a lot of fun. So you don't have to be the best golfer out there to have a good time and have an opportunity to win. The only lesson learned we have found now is even though we vary where the awards are going to be between maybe first or fourth, is we don't award a prize anymore for last place, because sometimes golfers get to the point where they're halfway through and they say, wait a minute, so I might as well just whack the ball wherever I want. So we had too many people lining up competing for last. But on the 17th of September, at Lindsay Golf Course.
Okay. That's on post, right?
Right.
post.
Yes.
So if a player wants to play, it's a 4-person scramble format. Check-in is at 10 o'clock. It's a shotgun start at noon. But if you want to play, you got to call Lindsay Golf Course and say, hey, this is
So
Joe.
what's that number? Do you have that number, Lindsay Golf Course?
Stand by. Yes, it's 502
Okay.
624
502-624
2717.
2717.
And tell them that you want to be in the MOA Golf Scramble.
All right. It's MOAA, right?
MOAA.
The MOA. What's the entry fee?
The entry fee is
$60.
$60. All right.
Very reasonable.
Yeah.
And
That'll
one
get
good
you a
thing.
meal too.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, that'll get you a meal. That'll get you to play, and we'll also have people will be able to purchase mulligans and things like that.
Sure.
It's a normal golf scramble. It's a scramble format.
Okay.
So you can come with a team, or we'll put you on a team.
Just don't put them on Artisan's team. I'd hate to handicap anybody to such an extent.
that'd
Okay,
be
I'm just
bad.
saying.
That'd be
Dick.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the prizes are sort of scattered. So
Okay.
not only the good golfers win. We also would like folks, businesses,
Yes.
to sponsor holes too.
Okay.
So what you do there is, if you'll give us some money, we'll make a little sign and
I
put
got
it
you.
in each hole. And a good way to advertise for.
Especially if you're a rigging company, that'd be
Yeah,
a good. That'd be
that's
that
right.
would
So,
work out well. Now, what's the date on this again?
17. Do you want to talk about the?
Right.
17 what?
September.
17
It's
September.
a
So we still have a little while, don't we?
Yes.
It's a Friday.
Okay.
And other organizations have their scrambles throughout the year, and we network with them. And basically, my pitch to them is, well, once you've got your game refined, now you're ready to sum it up in September with the MOA Golf Scramble.
There you go.
And this year, one of the good things, we're sitting out here in the beautiful city of Elizabethtown, and I was telling you about other organizations I'm in. Well, they have a very active Lions Club out here. But for years, we always ended up having the scrambles on the same day.
Same day as their meal or something?
They got proactive this year and called us up and said, when's your golf scramble? And we told them, and they said, well, we're not going to have ours that same day. So that'll benefit both of us.
Sure.
So if someone wants to be in. But if a business owner or an individual, someone who may have known Ralph, or they realize the importance of our mission, wants to be a sponsor and have a quality sign put at the tee boxes. The levels of sponsorship vary from $75 at various points all the way up to $500. Okay. And then there's other things that go with it. I mean, if you're a $500 sponsor, that's going to pay for several players to play.
Yeah.
And
so it's a big deal, isn't it? It really is.
It's one of the bigger scrambles in the area.
Wow.
And one of the things is, we have afterwards we have an award ceremony, and people will come in, and we don't feed them hot dogs and hamburgers. We, for years, have fed them a brisket dinner.
Okay.
And I've had guys come in, and they'll say, I don't play golf very well, he says, but I'm here again this year. He says it's worth it just to come for the meal.
I can do that. I can do that, yeah.
So we're going to feed them a quality meal again this year afterwards, and that's all included in that fee. The range balls, the greens fees, the golf cart, the prizes, the award ceremony, and so it's a fun event.
Were you able to have it last year?
Yes, we did have it last
you were
year.
able to have it.
As a matter of fact, we had it, and it was a pretty successful outcome. We wondered how it would be.
Yeah.
We had a really good turnout, so it was good. It was good.
Did people have to mask or anything, or it was okay?
That the nature of golf,
right?
Is probably
You're outside.
Yeah, well, you would think. Yeah.
And the social distancing was
already taken care of effectively.
It's not a big problem. I think the only thing last year was there was some modification with the cart thing.
I got you.
Okay.
Sure.
So it wasn't going to be like Caddyshack where you had 5 or 6 guys in a golf cart.
And if restrictions come down in the fall, you can still modify it to the extent needed, right? Is that right?
Yeah, I don't think there'll be a problem.
Good.
Like I said, with golf, you're outdoors.
Sure.
and you're separated.
Yeah, yeah. About how many participants do you typically have, and what are you shooting for this year?
Well, in the past, if 70 or 80 is always a goal, we're limited at 136 golfers.
All right, 136.
That's
All right.
that's good. But
Guys in the audience, we need to call in. We need to cap out.
But
all
it's
right?
nice because if the boss from some corporate place that says, "Hey, I'm going to be at the MOA Golf Scramble,"
Yes.
well, a lot of times the other guys will
Say,
shine their
say,
clubs
you know
out.
what? I kind of want to do that too.
You know?
It's funny how that works sometimes.
So we've got plenty of room, and we'd love to get the golf course so full that
Hey,
we'd have to
Get Chase Baker out there. Make him go play.
Yeah.
Chase moved in fifth corps, and he lives behind me.
Okay.
And he can grill. He's a pretty good griller. You might just get him on the grill. I don't know if his golf game's any good. He does scrambles, but I'm going to put a little pressure on him to call in. He's with fifth corps, and he likes taking Friday off. I'm just saying. All right.
Well,
For those that don't know, also for a scramble, what you do is everybody hits, then you go to the best shot.
But then you go to the best
you
shot,
don't have
don't you?
to be a particularly good player to even
Yes.
to do very well at the tournament.
Yes.
You just have to contribute every once in a while.
Yeah. There, or carry the cooler.
Or
carry the cooler. Hey, I can do that. I can carry some
I didn't
coolers.
say
I can-
how that person had to contribute. I just said contribute.
Yes, you can contribute. I'm the cooler carrier typically. Yes. So 136 people, so it'd be good to max that out. How can people contact you other than Colin Anderson? And that was at 502-624-2717, I believe.
Yep.
Is that right? Is there a website they can go to?
actually, they need to just call.
Call the golf.
They need to call. Okay.
Right.
Will this also get some press in the paper? Will this be advertised there?
Well, that's the other thing. If you're a sponsor, we we focus on the reward to the sponsor.
Okay.
Okay, and highlight them because they're supporting us. So obviously, their business or sponsorship is going to be advertised out at the tee boxes.
Okay.
And then for the next 4 months, those signs are also displayed at our meeting.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And y'all meet every month, is that correct?
We
Once
meet
a
every
month?
month on the third Wednesday.
Third Wednesday or so? Yeah.
And then as part of that return award, there's a quarter-page article that Larry Herzog, who's
Okay.
the tournament director, places in there, listing all the sponsors at their levels and thanking them, and that's a color ad, thanking them for their support of the annual MOLA Golf Scramble.
Sure.
And that's usually pretty well received, and that we do that through the news enterprise.
Okay. Are you two gentlemen golfers?
I am.
I am at the 19th hole.
I've been there once. I was there once. I was there once.
address it.
Yeah.
I support it. I don't have the skill set.
Yeah.
Never had the time
Yeah.
to do it. And I love to watch it on Sundays because it's a good way to fall asleep.
So, yes, it is. Or a baseball game. I love baseball, but you put that game on in the second inning, and you got a time dilation thing. You can expand your afternoon just a little bit with golf. Yes.
So we, if anyone sponsors, and it's not uncommon that a lot of our members or individuals,
Individuals can sponsor too.
Individuals can sponsor too, can't they?
there may be a sponsor sign out there that says, in memory of
Yes.
Mary Smith,
Yes.
or whoever, or Uncle Jack, or the Kelly family with
Yes.
their Irish crest up there.
Yes, yes.
There's a lot of different things. And then obviously the companies, it's just an excellent way to get their corporate logo on.
Is there any way to advertise on the Chamber of Commerce page? Did you get word out? I'm just wondering.
Don't know.
They don't meet back up until like September-ish, August, something.
So the big thing with them is I always go and drop a few of these off and with the same pitch.
I got you.
Once you got your game right, then come and play here.
Yeah,
So, I think we recently had the golf, the post golf championship scramble.
Okay.
I don't know what the format is down there, and then the various organizations. If anyone is aware of Fort Knox and the nature of the post,
Yes.
we have a lot of different commands there. where you take care of soldiers from the time you get them in the Army until the time they leave this world, and then we take care of them and their families afterwards. That, along with the fact that we're training every ROTC cadet in the country here now.
Gotcha. Did they finish their summer training? Is it still a few days left?
No, they're a little over halfway through right now.
They're a little over halfway through. I wasn't sure how far along they were.
So
I know a student or two in that program, and I wasn't sure how COVID had affected it or whatever.
It's going pretty well.
Yeah.
And they've run they've worked their way through the COVID as the military has successfully done in the last couple of years. And so I've been out to several of the graduation parades, and it's a very nice thing to see. Oh. And people come from all over, by the way, to come to see those parades. I was talking to some folks from Montana. They came all the way from Montana. Big sky. See their son graduate. Another one from South Dakota.
Wow.
So, and of course they stay in the area.
Yeah, they do.
The graduations are a little earlier this year. I'll be honest with you. The heat heat's affected
it's a
things,
little bit tough.
And so they're very mindful of that. They train them tough, but at the same time, you got to be careful.
Now, if someone wants to, let's say my friend's retired Air Force and officer, they can give you a call. They can join. All services can join this, right?
All uniformed services.
All uniformed services.
There's 7.
And how would they contact you if they want to?
They can send me an email or call me. My email is Betson, BETSONWR @ME.com, and we'll work it out.
But y'all have a website too.
We have a website
too. Right. Okay.
And that's meant.
And I think I went on that, and I think I saw your phone numbers and email or something.
You can send us an email or call, and we'll get you out to a meeting, give you some food, and get you
and put you to work.
One thing,
get you in the rotation here, okay? Get you in this rotation.
Importantly, if you belong to the national organization, it's not the same as belonging to the local chapter because we're independent. So
I see.
If you belong, for instance, we just had a new member came in this week. He belonged to the national organization, moved here from a different post, and then just joined up with us a couple days ago. So. Send us an email and we'll get you all the information you need as to where our meetings are. We meet monthly on post in a little area that's sort of reserved for non-governmental clubs and things. We have a little dining area where we meet, and we have.
Where is that on post?
It's on the north side of the main post. It's probably hard to explain to somebody who's not there.
Building 1-2 something?
2377.
Building 2377.
2377.
So,
gotcha.
And to try to qualify the description of the building, it's not the newer type barracks, but this is the dining facility portion of what are older barracks. Okay, when I say older barracks, we're not talking about World War II or the Disney-style barracks where they used to do basic training, but these are used now. The residential side is used by mainly visiting soldiers or cadre who are here for cadet summer training. The post is good enough to allow us the use of part of that building so that we can function in there and we share that with 3 or 4 other organizations.
We've got about 3 minutes, probably. If you don't mind,
we need to talk a little bit about our scholarships.
Let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, we give the scholarships each year, and this year we're going to give out about $14,500 worth of scholarships.
Wow.
To military dependents in the local area.
Okay.
We also control $1,500 more in scholarship for an organization called the Military Order of the World Wars, which many of us are members of both.
Right.
So we're up to $16,000 worth of scholarships that we're going to distribute in the lab. So if you can contact your school guidance counselors, we talk. So
they have that information.
They have all the information, right? And they'll need to get their packet in by mid-March.
By mid-March, right?
Yeah, we'll announce the day later. But if the student wants a scholarship, we want to get that to them. So they are available, and it's a competition. We have a very careful system when we set up to analyze the packets, and then we have a board that selects how we distribute the scholarships.
Yes.
We have one new thing this year.
Okay.
Okay, and unfortunately, organizations like us, the median age is sometimes getting higher. But we recently had a member who lost his wife, and she was a nurse, had been, and he lives in E-Town, but in her memory, next year there will be a $3,000 scholarship in the memory of Doris Marini, focused on a nursing student, hopefully.
Okay.
So if there's somebody out there who has a need and they want to pursue a nursing career and they have the right credentials,
Wow.
they'll be in prime shape to try to compete for that, because that money is earmarked just for them.
And at least right here, the ECTC is a work-ready program.
Right.
So you get that, and if you are fortunate enough to get a scholarship on top of that, you can help defer some of your other expenses.
So,
right?
you know, the selection committee will still go through the process, okay, and then they point at me and say,
Yeah.
okay, now you're the bag man, you're the treasurer, write the check.
You and Arson get to HCEC-TV in April again, okay? I looked it up. I think April 26th, you and Arson were here.
Okay.
Also had your name down, but they spared you the pain that day.
It is
I'm
also
just saying.
a fair blind system, so as we look at students, we don't know who they are when they're
right.
Okay, good.
And so it's we're happy to do that, and schools are expensive these days,
Yes,
and every
yes,
bit
it is.
helps.
Yeah, and quite a robust program there. Yep.
Yeah.
You guys do a lot. So you do the scholarships. Y'all work with the USA Cares too a little
Yes,
bit.
USA
everything.
Cares, we donate to them each year.
Good
right?
gracious,
And
yeah.
the Veterans
amazing.
Home, and then Bill here still wears a lot of hats. You know, he hasn't gotten much rest since he retired.
No, he did.
You know, and he's got
He just thought he retired. Yeah,
young
yeah.
grandchildren, and he's got a dynamic son in the Army, and but he's also connected with the Radcliffe Veterans Home,
Okay.
which he works on their finance committee. Correct me if I'm wrong, sir.
Yeah, we are the board that accepts money donated to the Veterans Center.
Oh.
So if you remember, we did a concert last year for that. Mm-hmm. So MOA contributes to that as well.
You know, we have an annual meeting in November, and luckily it's not a Greek tragedy when we divvy up the money, and it works out very well, and then the board decides who will be our charitable donors for the next year.
Yeah.
I said we're a charitable organization. We will donate about just under $20,000. We're also a social organization. So if you're in the military and you want to meet some folks that and talk about your days in the Army and things like that, you can meet some people that have
A few war stories and embellishment time, isn't it? It's embellishment time.
Right. That's an important part of it, is the social part.
Gentlemen, we have about 15 seconds left. I appreciate Professor Mark Kelly, Professor Bill Betson, right? Yes. And today, our choreographers, our camera crew, our writers, John White, right over there, Professor Ron Hartley back there, taking care of everything, George Pennington, I'm sure we're out of time. See you guys later. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.